Autobots, roll out!
I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members. Thank you. It's continued support like yours that keeps this channel growing. And if you haven't already, please consider joining today. Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Rise of the Beasts, Beast Alliance, Battle Changers, Optimus Prime, and I love this toy. Released in the spring of 2023, this is brand new and starting to hit store shelves right now as of the time of this recording, in preparation for the upcoming Rise of the Beast movies. I'm not quite sure what scale to call this, but this does retail for $10. And it's a smaller figure, but it is a really neat little figure, and we can see everything that comes included with it right here. So it does come packaged. This is an interesting new style of package. You just see the Optimus Prime model that we've seen from the movie right back there. We can see product shots of the toy both in robot and in vehicle mode. Optimus Prime, we see all of the new Rise of the Beast artwork right there, and he does come packaged in vehicle mode. He's just zip tied right there. So when you get him, you just snip him out, and that's it. And you got on the back here, you got 8 steps for transformation. Again, the same product shots of the vehicle and the robot mode. That's really kind of about it, other than the sheet of instructions. That's kind of, you see where that little white sheet is down there. This was just jammed in there, and I just slid it out once I got the figure out. So, and again, 8 steps. It's pretty simple to transform. Now here we have Optimus in his vehicle mode, and again, this is looking a little different from the previous figure that we just looked at, as it's not looking like the flat nose cab truck that we've been seeing, well, again, for the previous figure that we looked at, and also in some of those shots, some of those sneak previews that we've seen from the movie, or even some of those behind the scene shootings that we've seen from the film. This doesn't look like the truck that we're going to see in the movie at all. This is the second toy that shows us this style of truck, and I'm starting to wonder if possibly we're going to see an evolution of Prime, where he's going to, during the movie, where he's going to change his mode from the flat nose cab to something a little more military looking like this, which would actually be really neat. Again, I drove trucks in the Army, and this reminds me very much of the FMTV vehicle, so that is pretty cool right there. The figure is approximately, in vehicle mode, it is approximately 4 inches long and about 1.5 inches tall. So, you know, it's a smaller figure. He rolls pretty well. The front wheels and the back wheels are the only ones that are rolling. The back front wheels and the front back wheels, what you want to call it, these are molded on. These are not going to roll. Just the ones in the back here, the clip-on wheels, but, you know, he rolls pretty well. It's a pretty neat looking truck, mostly in red. You got the blue details on the back down here. Nothing for the wheels, but again, for a military looking vehicle, I don't think we need silver wheels. I think that's going to be just fine. We have the molded in window, but it is not painted. We do have painted windows on the front, along with the visor pieces right there, and we got a little bit of that grille in just the dark gray. And no Autobot logos or anything like that, doesn't look like. Just kind of going all the way around the back. You can see this kind of back piece here. You got a spare wheel mounted on the back there. And then, of course, the back of the truck is just, you know, just back feet. That's about it. A couple of quick comparisons. Here he is with the Voyager class figure. And again, this is looking more in line with the vehicle that we've seen from the behind-the-scenes shots. So, again, I'm starting to wonder, being that this is the second vehicle, this type of vehicle, second toy of this type of vehicle that we've seen, I'm starting to wonder if we're going to see an evolution of Prime during the movie, go from this to this. I think that would be pretty neat to see. But there you go. So you can see what the two of them look like together. And here he is with the Smash Changer, Optimus Prime. And again, two vehicles in this style right here, which is why I am starting to wonder. Transformation for Prime is very simple. We're going to start right here with the wheels, and we're just going to grab the front wheels and flip them all the way up. Do that on both sides. And then we're going to take the back of the vehicle here. We're going to split it in half. And the blue half is going to swing straight down and rotate. And that's going to form the bottom of the robot. Take the back of the truck right here. We're going to split this in half one more time. We're going to bring the whole thing to the front, like so. Rotate the arms and bring them down. Take these wheel pieces here, push them back as far as they'll go, and then reach in that little lip right there to bring his head out. And here we've got Optimus Prime. Oh, separate the legs. And there we have Optimus Prime in his robot mode. This robot mode stands approximately 4.5 inches tall at the top of the head, 5 at the top of those wheels right there. And he's looking pretty neat. I like it. I like the design. I like the departure from what we saw in the Bumblebee movie into what may possibly be this evolution, if it's something that's going to happen. The only minor gripe I have here really is those wheels sitting on above his head like that. It would have been nice if there was a way to maybe bring these back here, even if they stuck out, but just maybe to have them all the way back here like that. As I'm doing this, I'm stressing plastic, so this is not something you're going to want to do. But if it was designed to do that, even if they stuck out like that so that they wouldn't show up in the silhouette in the front, I think I would have liked that better. But as it is, they're going to sit up here. I do not want to stress that plastic and break it. But he is looking all right. Other than that, I think he looks pretty neat going all the way around. I'm impressed that it's such a low price point. We don't have too many hollow spots. We do have a little bit of a hollow spot there for the chest, and we do have some of the molding hollow spots there for the inside of the leg, but when you look at him from the back, he doesn't have a big hollow cavity in there like we've been seeing a lot lately. So I actually think that's an improvement. He feels pretty solid. I like it. Now, in terms of articulation, not a whole lot there. The head is not moved. That is fixed. The shoulders are on a ball joint, so you can move them in and out, forward and backward, all the way around. The waist can rotate due to transformation. The thighs are on ball joints, so you can move them forward and backward, in and out. That's about it. Nothing at the knee, nothing at the feet, nothing at the elbow. Unfortunately, elbows I think would have been really, really nice for him. Now, he does have a weapon right there. He's got his little sword right there. So you can see that the arms are just kind of molded into the back canvas of the truck there. So he would be able to hold weapons. In fact, let me try. This is going to be oversized, but I just have this here at my desk. It almost fits on 5mm. That fits on 5mm peg. Look at that. I can give this guy a weapon. Cool. That actually fits. So I'm going to be printing off another one of these Prime rifles and giving it to him because I dig the way that looks. That's pretty neat. So at least his fists can hold weapons, which is pretty neat. And then you've also got the sword right here, which is just on a peg, not a spring-loaded gimmick or anything like that. It's just on a little tab right there. You untab it, flip it all the way forward, soft locks into place, and now he's got his sword right there, which is pretty neat. He's bigger than your basic size. So again, remembering that this is a $10 figure, let's look at him compared to another $10 figure, right? So now granted, this figure has a lot of articulation where this guy does not, but look at the size of him. And again, this guy feels solid. It's a nice hard plastic. It's not rubbery or gummy like this. Again, you remember what I was talking about, the big empty cavities on the back of the legs? It doesn't have that. So there are pros and cons to both of these in terms of, well, you're missing articulation, but you got better plastic and a bigger size for the same price point. So they both got pros and cons. They're not in the same category, but it's just a comparison of two $10 figures right there. So you can see what that looks like together. Of course, we're always going to do this in case we run out of mayonnaise. Here he is next to G1 Optimus Prime, so you can see what the two of them look like together. Set him off to the side. Here he is with the Voyager class Optimus Prime from Rise of the Beasts. So you can see what the two of them look like together. And considering that the Voyager class is small for a Voyager class, this guy actually he looks almost big. Again, for a $10 figure, this is a $33 figure. This is a $10 figure. You're getting a good size figure here. So I think that's pretty neat. Man, some articulation on this guy would have been awesome. And then finally, let's just take a look at him with the same style Prime here for the Smash and Change, or the Smash Changer, I should say. So you can see what the two of these guys look like together. And yeah, I'm really starting to hope that we see an evolution of Prime during the movie, that we go from this to this. That would be cool to see. Just to see it, just to see something new and get some new toys out of it. I think that would be neat. So there you go. That's what the two of them look like together. Very happy to have found this figure again for $10. This is a must-have. If you're a Prime collector or Transformer collector, you're into the new Rise of the Beast, whatnot, this is a must-have. Absolutely, for $10. It's a fun little desk figure. It's a solid little figure. Could have used a little more articulation, but the size is solid, the plastic is solid, the paint is solid. It's a good looking figure. It's a fun figure. And I think that about does it for the Transformers Rise of the Beast Alliance Battle Changer Optimus Prime. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.